Thank you for joining me for another one of my videos. My name is Cliff. I'm doing a series. If you've never seen any one of my videos before, and I'm sure you probably haven't, I'm doing a series called 99 Problems, but My God Ain't One. I'm running down on all the issues related into the world today and what's going on, and I put the title as it is, My God Ain't One, meaning this is about God, Jesus Christ, the return of Jesus Christ, like it says in the Bible. Okay, let's get on with it. Like I said, I'm doing a countdown from 99 all the way up to the number one issue on what's going on in the world today. 99th problem being confusion, and this is made for the people to be confused on what's going on in their relationship with the Lord and Savior. Everything that you've done or everything that you've come to relate in your life is a diversion, except for one, is the Holy Bible and the truth about Jesus Christ. This one I'm going to list as number 43, and I call it the executive's power. Okay, this one relates to number 87. Number 87 I listed as it's the law, and this precludes to the President of the United States power and control on the things that he wants to do in under his regime. Each and every president from years gone back, from the inclination of presidents almost, have had one agenda, and that is a one world governance. And we are at the end, or we are right in the final stages of that establishment or that agenda that these world elites or world bankers or illuminists, whatever you want to call them, are getting to. They create and control everything in the world that we know, and the way we think is one of their systems of control. Now they are about to use the President of the United States to invoke laws that incite the people into their control, the elite's control. Everything in your life, my life, was designed for us to think in a certain pattern. And this pattern is starting to mesh into one. And this illusion, or this deception, whatever you want to call it in that regard, is setting up the whole world into disorder. So the elitist, or the people that want to control the whole world, can state that they have a solution for us. First of all, the biggest problem that they see is that there's too many people on the planet, and they have to cut it down. The reason why I'm doing this video at this time is because I've just come across, even though I've been following this kind of stuff for a long time, it's just come to my notion that there's an executive order that Obama has put into place, and this is back in 2012 of March 16th. He put an executive order number 13603, and in this executive order it states that Obama, or the president, whoever it may be at the time, this is another practice of deception that they fool people with. It's just because this president is coming in and putting these laws or orders into place now, it doesn't mean this president currently is going to use them. Every single president has the same agenda. They are working the system as they want. When Obama came into place, He said he was going to take care of certain things. Guantanamo Bay was one of them. And with all these executive orders that he's brought in, Guantanamo Bay was supposed to be the top on the list. And he is, at this point, not pertain to doing that. So he's had 224 executive orders to date, and Guantanamo Bay isn't one of them. So okay, let's get back to this executive order 13603. In this executive order, it states that the president, if he or she deems fit, that they can invoke these laws or these rights given to himself or herself, that he can invoke that it is necessary for him or her to stay as president because of a war or because of desperate situation going on with the world. Also, with this executive order, put into law that if the president seems that it is fit, that he can use any person as he sees fit. I keep saying he, excuse me for that, because we've never had a woman president, but I really believe that the next one will be if it gets that far. Anyways, if he sees fit that the President of the United States can and will use people to do whatever it is they see that person may be specialized at, their skill level. And when I say use these people, and I mean use, because this is without compensation. They have put it into the documentation that they can do these things without paying these people. Okay, I want you to think at the deep end. When they say that they don't have to pay you and they can use you as a slave, in other words, it doesn't mean that they will ever use that non-payment route. Because think carefully. This is only another trick of theirs as well, in my opinion. I'm just saying my opinion. I'm not saying that God told me this, but I can see the deceit or the deception in these statements, or the use of these statements as they may want to use them. For instance, we are in war and they say that they need your expertise to build war weapons, for an example. And they say that we have, as the government, as the state, as the federal governance, do not have to pay you. And then they come and say, don't worry, we are going to pay you anyways. Means that you're supposed to be like, ooh, I'm a happy camper. I'm going to get paid. They don't have to pay me, but since I'm one of those that are going to get paid, I am more willing to do what they are asking. They don't have to pay me. They don't have to feed me, but I'm going to be free to do what I will, so long as I do what they want. This is the deception. Because first of all, they are the government. They print the money as they will. At that time, in the coming days, money is going to be obsolete. If you've seen any of my earlier videos, you'll understand that as well. So they make all the money. Even if the money was obsolete, they are using the technology to do whatever they want with computers as a rendition of payment. And by then, I don't want to get off topic because we are talking about executive orders. By then, though, you will very likely be getting paid by your RDIF chip that has been implanted in your body somewhere. But let's get back to the executive orders. The administration of the government or the presidency has the right or the power to do anything it wants. So why can't it do the things that they say they're going to do and the things that are important to people like you and me? They are invoking the laws as well with, they have already been established. The laws have been already changed in regards to grand juries, where people do not even have to go to trial. Their senior officers or their police state are completely protected by this way of governance or this way of judicial system. So what you see in your face is going on behind closed doors. The average person is not going to look up or read the executive orders that are going on a regular basis throughout the presidency. And when an executive order comes in, it's never told to the mainstream public because they control the media as well. So it's time for everybody to start waking up. The executive powers of the President of the United States, which is the most highest governance or the most powerful government in the world, is using this deception of goody two-shoes, of world peace agenda, world human rights agenda, to deceive everybody. In the Middle East, that's what they're starting. But they tell us the lies of what the leaders are doing over there. Meanwhile, there are other sanctions that are creating problems in the Middle East. It's time to come to light of the control of these systems that we are in. We are all connected to these systems, but God is the one that you should be connected to. He's the one that's in control. He has been in control from beginning, and he will be control in the end. Jesus Christ will never ever lose. It says so in the Bible. He will not lose. Even if there is only 2 people for him to go up and to take up into his kingdom, he would never lose. He will stand supreme. He'll always win. Just because everybody's going to be cast down because they don't believe in Jesus Christ and his truth, never ever meant that he will be taking the whole world with him. He's going to bring up the whole world that doesn't know him. Think about it again. If there wasn't a reason for Jesus Christ to come, would it not mean that the whole world hasn't been deceived? The whole world has been deceived. Just like the Bible said the enemy would do. He deceives the whole world. And this is when Jesus has come to cut and divide his people from who is going to be cast down to the pit with Satan.